In the previous class, we were discussing like in SAP S4 HANA, there are two main modules, functional module and technical module.
Mm.
In technical module is a mandatory. Like
Yeah.
without it, the whole system cannot be run.
Mm.
In technical module, there are two modules, ABAP and Basis.
Basis. ABAP is more into program related. SAP, every application, every action is linked to ABAP program, right?
Yes, sir.
So any program related concern, ABAP has to help you. So
Yes.
what is mean by basis? What he'll do?
Administration.
Administration. Can you elaborate little?
Like they provide access to the whole SAP if any problems has taken place in signing up with the SAP.
Okay. So giving creating your login ID, password, giving a your role specific authorization also. Okay. And
Yes.
also system configuration in a sense, operating system, servers connection, printer connections, RAM setup, hard disk setup, everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Everything he'll take care of. He's a system admin, we call it as. Anything related to performance, system application, access related concerns, you have to ask help from basis consultant. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, let's say now everything is set. We have a team. We have collected the requirements, and the requirements are reviewed and approved. Then we are good to start with the implementation. Before that, in SAP ECC, the methodology in a sense, step by step process in this 12 months, what is the process we follow to implement the solution for GMR constructions? In ECC, we have ASAP methodology, ASAP. ASAP methodology in a sense, it's a consist of 5 steps. One is project preparation. So in project preparation, like a scope, what is there in a scope? Team finalization, recruiting the right people, and build a team and have a project kickoff meeting. Let's say introductions, right?
Yes.
Everything. So it's not easy. We have to find everybody, conduct interviews, and recruit the right people with the right experience. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So that might take 1 month or so. Then after that, business blueprint, which is nothing but taking a requirements from a business. Let's say in this example, GMR construction. If we join for Arabindo Pharmaceuticals, you take a requirements from them. Likewise, it's a depends client. You have to understand the core concept of the point. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll talk to them. We'll interact with them maybe 2 months. Every day we talk to them. Whatever they give, we'll write it down. And if we have any concerns, we'll talk to them. We'll write down the requirement and gaps also. This phase we call it as a blueprint. Here, basically, main thing blueprint in a sense, you should get into your mind as as is to be document. As is in a sense, what is a current, what is going to be in a SAP system. As is in a Oracle system currently if they are using, as is in a Tally system if they are currently using Tally system. To be will be on SAP system. How it will be? We'll prepare a document, and any gaps are there, we'll list them. So in realization phase, so we'll show some whatever requirement we got, we configure in a system or we develop in a system, anything you can, any term you can use, and we show it to the business. In this phase, business get an access to look into the system, how system is look like and feel, how the business transactions will be recorded. They'll get the look and feel here. So here, if they are happy and if they say, yeah, we like it, what we told you develop it, then we'll go to the next final preparation. Then here we'll finish all the configurations. We do some testing. Whatever testing we need to do, we'll do testing. And finally, a business also will do one more time testing. So in certain point, let's say after 12 months, 13th month, let's say our project tenure is 12 months, we agreed, right?
Yes, sir.
13th month. first date, whatever we have developed, that they are functional and business is ready to use from their SAP application. From there only they'll use SAP. They'll not use the previous application, whatever they were using. Let's say Oracle. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is a phase of as of methodology. But as of methodology is outdated. Outdated in a sense, in a market, ECC license is not selling, and in a sense, nobody use as of methodology, right?
Yes, sir.
And also, I told it's very time consuming and a painful methodology.
Yes,
It
sir.
takes a lot of efforts. We spend most of the time after 3 months, 4 months only. Business used to see the system. They get a more confusion. They get a doubts. It's a cross questions and a lot of confusion will be there here. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so that is the reason. Anyway, SAP has come up with SAP S/4HANA. Then they thought will not use SF methodology. That methodology is not fit for SAP S/4HANA. We'll come up with a new process which is rightly fit for a S/4HANA implementation. Then they have introduced Activate methodology. Okay. In
Yes.
Activate methodology, what is the benefit is prepare similar to initial preparation. Whatever we have a project preparation here, similar to this, they have a prepare. So here firstly, okay, they arrange a demo server to conduct a business demos or a workshops. In a first step itself, they are ready with the system. Okay, they are ready
Yes.
with the system. In as of methodology, here basis consultant will configure the system. Will configure the system. After 3 months, right? After 3 months, he'll add the system for you to configure and show you. So here not it will be here demo server in a sense here system is ready for you to show what is needed for a business, and you can show them a screens everything from a beginning only. So
Yes.
it means it will be avoided most of the confusion. There will be no confusion. It will be cluster and clear, right?
Yes, sir.
I'll show you in a system. You side by side you are telling your business requirement. I'll check in a system and I'll show you, right?
Yes, sir.
So, if you have any questions, you will understand easily and you tell to me very clearly, right? There is
Yes, sir.
no hidden thing in that case. So, we have a system ready and we have a team finalization, everything. This is similar to your project preparation, but only the extra step is you have system ready here only. Then once you have a system, what you do based on the discussions with the business, you explore in a system, right? You play with the system, right? Play
Yes,
with
sir.
the system in a sense, you play with the functionalities and options or processes which are needed for this client. For GMO construction, what is needed, what is there in SAP, you explore immediately with your team and you are ready. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here, this we call it as fit and gap workshops. We conduct the workshops likewise only. We'll connect to the calls. In our case, finance managers and the controlling managers. Okay. In some cases, both will be same only, one person only. So we show him in a system. Hey, this is what it works, and this is where your requirement is fitting. You ask me five functionalities. Out of five functionalities, four functionalities are already there in a system. And that four functionalities I'll show you right away in a system. So what you say, oh, this is really good. Let me get a access and let me also do a no, activity. He want to do by himself, right?
Yes, sir.
So that it will be easy. Then what is fit will understood and we've told. Then coming to the gap. So what is not fit is nothing but a gap, right?
Yes, sir.
That one functionality which is not available in SAP will tell the client, hey, this functionality is not as is available in SAP system. You are asking this direction. That direction is not there in SAP. Maybe you can say, why is it not there? It is there in current no, Oracle system. Whatever Oracle system you're using, there we have this functionality. Why can't no, SAP have this? So every product has its own limitations, but still this functionality will enable you for we can enable whatever he want. we can do it, but again we need some customization, we call it as. If I tell you now, it's very early to understand what is customization, what is standardization. Maybe after 15-20 days, you will understand. Uh, anyway, real time scenarios, you will understand how to fulfill the gaps. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, now immediately what happens? Relays. Business will realize. Okay, what is there, what is not there. They understood, and agile ways of working in a sense, it's a continuation development. Agile, Scrum teams, daily interaction with the business to develop. This is kind of every week, every 2 weeks, you have a deliverables. Let's say how this works is uh, we've taken five requirements we've discussed, right? Out of five, four requirements are already there in a system. So in your team, you have a four members. I'll assign one task to you. Each one, I'll assign one task. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and I'll give you 2 weeks of a time. 2 weeks in a sense, every week 5 working days, right?
Yes,
Monday
sir.
to Friday. In 10 working days, let's say 2 weeks in a sense, 10 working days, you have to complete the task in 5 working days or 3 working days, what is feasible for you based on the work. And you have to show me one demo. In a sense, you have to show me how this process works. You have to show me, in a sense, you have to show that to the client as a demo. Okay.
Yes, sir.
The process, these 2 periods, the 2 weeks you configure and show a demo. The entire process we call it as a Scrum or a Agile. Okay, there is a methodologies in a real time. You are working or not? How would I know? I don't know, right?
Yes, sir.
There should be a one tool. I'll assign some work and I'll capture and I'll monitor there, so that I'll understand, okay, I've assigned five tasks to so and so person. These are the deadlines, whether they're working or not. If you have everything visible, you obviously work, right? No need to monitor you,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That we call it as a agile. Okay, you will not understand, but real time topics, you cover everything again. But just understand the concept now.
Yes, sir.
So more of a tracking your work based on the agreed fit concepts, you start configuring and showing to the business. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So while you are showing any demos or any functionality you are showing to me, as a business, if I gave a feedback, you have to correct them immediately, right?
Yes, sir.
Any modifications needed, you correct it. Next, deploy. In a sense, what is working fine, we are ready to deploy. In a sense, we have finalized it in a simple way, that four functionalities of we have finalized it, and we are delivering them to the business for their daily use. The functionalities will enable for a business. Then finally, go live. In a sense, here also you have a go live. Here we call it as a run. Only terminology change, but nothing but go live. Go live in a sense from a date when business is started working on SAP. Okay.
Yes, sir.
From that day onwards, they'll continue using SAP only. They'll not use a legacy system. Legacy in a sense, whatever a past current system they were using, that is a legacy system, we call it as. Okay,
Yes, sir.
this is how it works. And real time topics when comes, we'll come back here and we'll discuss in more detail. Okay,
Yes, sir.
but you should understand, in SAP ECC, SF methodology is there. In S4 HANA, we have Activate methodology. At least in Activate, what are the five steps? Prepare, explore, realize, deploy, and run. Okay,
Yes, sir.
these things you should remember. That's all for now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next thing, do you have any doubts here?
Um, Sir, that as is and to be,
Hmm.
I did not understand it. What's the exact meaning of that?
Hmm. Oracle. Oracle is a current system, right?
Yes, sir.
GMR Construction, they are doing a business. Currently, they are doing a business, right? If they
Yes,
are
sir.
doing a business in a sense, They're using one ERP application, right?
Yes, sir.
So in our example, they're using Oracle. Currently, they're using Oracle. They want to go for a SAP system. So in Oracle system, current system, how they are how they are processing their business is called as is process. You have to understand, right, how their current process is working and how they are operating in a current Oracle system. If you understand based on that only what is needed, what needs to be enabled, you will understand clearly in SAP system, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's say I am a Oracle person. Let's say not Oracle person. I am a GMR construction accounting manager. Maybe you are a consultant from a TCS. You reach me and you are asking, hey, um, daily what are the business operations you do from a finance perspective or accounting perspective? I say, hey, I do monthly provisions. I do accruals. I prepare some reclasses. I do some tax adjustments, and I do no, post some vendor invoices. I make payments to vendors. I sell a product to the customer, and I receive a payments from a customer. I have assets, I monitor assets, and I do a depreciation. You will say all the business things, operations, what you do, you say, right?
Yes, sir.
Next question, what you ask me is, hey, how you do it in a current system? Can you show me with examples? Then what I do, I share my screen, I log into Oracle system, and I'll show you whatever I've told you. Step by step, I'll show you all the business transactions, how to process in a Oracle system, I'll show you, right?
Yes, sir.
Then I'll tell you, okay, in Oracle, this is a process, but out of 10 business operations, 9 functionalities, however, working in a Oracle, I am okay. But the 10th one, which is working in a Oracle, I don't want exactly. I want some change here. Can you accommodate in a SAP? I'll ask you, right?
Yes, sir.
I am telling about my business to you, and I am telling you how Oracle system, helping my business currently. I am telling everything, right?
Yes, sir.
As a consultant, you should understand you are the owner of SAP application. You know what is already there in SAP system, right?
Yes, sir.
Because you learned, you worked on SAP system. By talking to me, you easily understand. Okay, these are already there in SAP. You note down, right, separately.
Yes, sir.
Then you'll understand the entire my current process in a old system is called as is process. Okay.
Okay, sir.
From as is process, then based on a discussion, how many exact functionalities I need to enable in SAP, how many gaps are there wherever the SAP application is not fit, I'll prepare a gap, right?
Yes, sir.
As is to based on a current process, how it will be in SAP, I prepare a one to be document. So this is nothing but a blueprint document. You prepare a requirements, right? Whatever discussion we have, this is their current process. They want the to be process in SAP like this. We have to write a scenario by scenario or a functionality by functionality. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now you tell me what is as is process and to be process.
As is process is the previous process which are followed by the business. In the example we took it as an oracle, like in that what are the steps and the processes which are involved, that is as is. And to be is present in the current they wanted to do in the SAP. So in the to be processes in SAP, what how they will change, that is to be.
Okay. So simple example I'll give you. Maybe you are using a Facebook, okay,
Okay,
for
sir.
a social media, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is a old thing. Now you maybe you got an Instagram, right?
Yes, sir.
So how you are using in a old system, in this case, Facebook is a as is process. To be process, how you are going to use in Instagram is to be a to be processed, right? There also social media, here also social media. Your purpose.
Yes, sir.
What are the functions you have there? Exact functions. How many are matching here? How many extra you have? How many you are missing maybe from a Facebook to Instagram? How we get that, we call it as a gap.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. Then we jump to the other topic. Maybe whatever we are going to discuss now, it's a more of a uh, application related in the sense basis consultant part will discuss. Why?
Yes, sir.
Because in the market, S4HANA is a new thing. At least you should know if you are driving something. If you're driving a car, it doesn't mean that you are only enough with the driving skill. You should understand what are the functionalities are there in a car. Technically, you need to understand, right?
Yes, sir.
What is your engine capacity? What are the functionalities you have? Safety measures. Everything you need to understand, or else whatever a mobile you are using, you should know the functionality of a mobile, right? What is the configuration it has, how better it is, every functionality you need to understand, right?
Yes,
At
sir.
least high level. If somebody asks you what is the operating system you have in a mobile, if you say I don't know, what is the processor you are using, I don't know, what is the memory size you have in your mobile, I don't know, it's not good, right?
Yes, sir.
That is the reason we'll just spend some time to understand administrative side of a SAP S4 HANA. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in S4 HANA, in a sense, you heard these words in a market, HANA, right? So the first thing is in memory. I Yesterday I asked you to spend some time to understand activate and SF methodology in a Google. Did you spend a time?
Yes, sir. I did, sir.
Okay, good. SAP S4 HANA. The first thing is in memory concept. So, in memory, in a sense, so it's a like a daily if you're processing 1,000 vendors. You know who is vendor?
Yes, sir.
Who is vendor?
He's the purchaser.
Purchaser. Okay,
Oh,
can
sir.
you give? Uh,
He's the seller, sir.
he's a seller. You buying a material from him, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we call him as a vendor. Who is a customer?
He's the buyer, sir.
He's the buyer from us. You have to tell clearly,
Okay, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
So, what is the other name we have for vendor? Sundry creditor or debitor?
Yeah, yes, sir. Creditor.
Okay. What about customer? Sundry debitor, huh?
Debtor. Yes, sir. Debtor.
Okay. Hope you know basic accounting well, right?
Yes, sir.
If you are not sure, also maybe in coming tomorrow's class, I'll be talking maybe so golden principles of accounting is mandatorily you should know it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you should know the structure of a P&L account. You should know the structure of balance sheet. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what else you have? You should understand what is mean by ledgers.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes.
This much is enough. And if anything is more, maybe I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in memory, in a sense, let's say this is a logic. Logic in a sense, daily routine job I'm doing. Here, let's say I am an accountant. I am a junior accountant. Daily, what I'll do is I'll post maybe 10, 20 vendor invoices. Uh, Same vendor, different invoices I'll be posting. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So every time I log into the system and I post the invoices, so what is the logic system has is every day this guy is coming, this guy is posting, he is accessing some vendor information and he is posting the invoices, right?
Yes, sir.
Some other person is there, he is always working on assets, fixed assets.
Yes.
He'll post the fixed asset acquisition entries and he'll post the depreciations, he'll do a lot of stuff on fixed assets, right?
Yes, sir.
What system does is, okay, daily this guy is working. It has a logic. It has an in-memory logic. Okay, what it will do is, daily whatever data you are pulling from a database, from where the data stores, whatever you process or whatever work you do in a system, obviously your system is fetching data from a database, right?
Yes, sir.
In this case, from which database it will pick the data in SAP S/4HANA system?
HANA.
HANA database, right?
Yes, sir.
So what it does is, okay, it captures this information readily and it stores in a in memory for you. It knows, it has a logic. Daily this guy is playing. Maybe what I'll do is save his time. It has a logic and it captures the data and it keeps ready for you to populate. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And again you are asking same. What I'll do, I capture this in my in memory. Okay.
Yes,
The
sir.
minute you press a button to access the data, I'll show you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It mostly with this logic, what happens is your system, your processing speed is very high, right?
Yes, sir.
You no need to wait. If you're posting a one vendor invoice 1 hour, will you post?
No, sir.
That is the best benefit you have in memory concept. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And you have a lot to understand from in memory, but as we are not the technical or admin consultant, this much knowledge is enough for you now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next you have multiple processes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Multi-process, what does a processor do normally?
It processes the data.
It process the data. Processor in a sense, right?
Yes, sir.
Processor in a sense, it speed up your application, right? It speed up your operating system application, and uh, everything is related to processor. If your processor is well configured and you have a best processor in your laptop or a mobile, what it will do, the performance, if you want to play any game, it will not stuck, right?
Yes, sir.
So it coordinate with the all other components, let's say RAM, hard disk, operating system, everything, and it makes your system to speed up, right?
Yes, sir.
So what does SAP ECC has is they have a single processor in a sense. If you have 10 students or 10 employees data you have in SAP ECC, if you want to search for Krishna employee data, what it will do is you have only one processor, right?
Yes, sir.
It will start from a in a sense one. It will check employee one record, two record, three record, four record, one after one, one after one, one after one, until last count 10 no, employees data. It will read. Finally, it summarizes the data of a Krishna and it will show. Got it?
Yes, sir.
By doing this, what is the problem is it takes a lot of time, right?
Yes, sir.
So because you have only one processor, and also in SAP ECC, data will be read by rows like this: 87, 88, 89, 90. Like this it will read data. So one by one, in a sense, sometimes to pull a reports we have to wait minutes, sometimes hours also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you want to pull business data maybe for a 1 month or a 2 months, you have to wait 1 hour, 2 hours also sometimes in worst cases, right?
Yes, sir.
It is hampering the real time business process, right?
Yes.
Nobody waits this much time to get a report, right?
Yes, sir.
To avoid this problem in S4 HANA, they've introduced multi-processors in a sense. Multi-process, it is a columnar based reading, not a rows in our S4 HANA. Columnar base, mhm, columnar basis in a sense, you have a multiple, not a one singular processor. You have a maybe based on your budget, how much investment you are doing, that many processors you can set up with a basis consultant. So from in this case, system will read likewise A to G. One processor will read parallelly at a time. G to O, one processor will read. Likewise, P to Z, one processor will read. The minute you ask for processing a data or inputting a data, whatever activity you're doing, at a time three processes will work. Then your job will be easy, right?
Yes, sir.
That has a many, no, most of the best advantage we have here. It's a reading on a columnar basis. You should understand SAP S4HANA. If you process any data, if you want to read any data, how system reads the data? System reads the data on a columnar basis. Column A it will check, column B it will check, C it will check. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Traditional ECC it will check on a row basis. Only single processor like this, right?
Yes, sir.
That will take lot of time. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And with the other best benefit is here data compression is introduced. Data compression. What is mean by data? What is mean by compression?
Suppressing, minimized.
Uh, Sometimes if you're trying to send a file in a mail, maybe the size of a mail no document is huge. You have a limited size to send in an email, right?
Yes,
Maybe
sir.
2 GB, sorry, 2 MB, maybe 10 MB, 15 MB, like that, right?
Yes, sir.
So if you have a more, what you do, you just compress it, you just zip it, right?
Yes, sir.
Likewise, in SAP S4HANA, data will be automatically compressed. If it is compressed in a sense, what will happen? Your database consumption will be reduced, right?
Yes, sir.
Database is very costly. You don't. You have to remember, database is very costly. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Storage in a sense, how many GBs, how many TBs. Uh, you want based on that you have to charge to no, you will be charged basically, right?
Yes, sir.
So if your data automatically compressing by itself, you have a benefit default, right?
Yes, sir.
It is going and it is storing, and also it is compressing. What is possible? How much it can be compressed? Your data will be compressed, and it is consuming very limited data storage, right?
Yes, sir.
So how much percentage it will compress is 1.8%. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now tell me, what is the no cost like? Is it a RAM cost is high or a hard disk cost is high in a market?
RAM cost is high, sir.
Hmm. Correct. That is the reason in our personal laptops also we have a RAM little and the hard disk is more, right?
Yes, sir.
So for SAP application also we have this data compression logic, right? That is the reason they'll invest more on a RAM. Okay,
Yes,
they'll
sir.
they'll in, they'll they interested to invest more on a RAM. If your RAM is high and you have a multi-process, your system will work like anything, right?
Yes, sir.
So due to this, maybe in a tradition, if they have a 500 or a 200 GB RAM, they'll increase to 300, 400 RAM. Why they'll introduce? Because anyway data is compressing. We have a in-memory logic. We have a multi-process. Oh, let's spend some more time, no money on a RAM. We'll increase the RAM size, right?
Yes, sir.
So your system will be speed up. Okay, ultimately, nobody will have 100% RAM, right? It's
Yes,
a
sir.
temporary memory only. It cooperates your hard disk to your system. It's a middle thing, right? It reads the data, but your permanent memory is hard disk, right?
Yes, sir.
So next thing is you have a in memory is done, multi-process done, data compression, and you have the fourth one is Fury. This is the GUI. So now GUI in a sense, you are seeing a Excel in this format, right? You have menus. In each menu you have some functionalities. There is a icons, and there are small indicators, descriptives, everything you see, right, in this Excel file. Hello, hello, hello. Is it audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. What I'm talking is Fury in a sense, it's a GUI. GUI in a sense, graphical user interface. So what is mean by graphical user interface?
It is a application which we use in the like mobiles.
Okay. So now you are looking at my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
You are seeing my Excel file, right?
Yes, sir.
So this how it is looking. There are menus. In each menu there are functionalities. There are icons. The look and feel, how you are feeling by working this Excel file is called a graphical user interface. How it is looking to you, right?
Yes, sir.
In simple words, if you are in a Facebook or a Instagram, how the screen looks like. The minute you click a home button, how it will be. The minute you click on a chart, how it will be. Everything you see with your eyes is graphical user interface. It is graphically interacting with you. It is not talking to you, but you are very friendly with that, right?
Yes, sir.
So, so in SAP S/4HANA, traditionally how the screen is looking to the users, they've changed it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here you have Fury. Fury is a advanced thing. So I'll show you. You can visualize now what was there and what they've introduced. Okay.
Okay.
I'll just show you SAP application how it will be now. So I'm just connecting. So this is a login button. To log into a SAP application, you have to click on it. You just click on the connection. You will have your username and the password. Just log in. You see, every
Yes.
day we are talking about SAP, 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 right? This is SAP application. This is SAP software application, right?
Yes, sir.
So how it is looking to you? There are folders. This we call, if these boxes are folders. In each box there are multiple options, right?
Yes, sir.
This is a graphical user interface. Whatever screen you are seeing, this is a graphical user interface. In tradition also, in SAP ECC also, you have a screen same as is only. This is a screen there also, because what all the functions you have there, 90% you have here also, 10% extra you have, right? So there also you have a same folder, same functionalities, everything is same. Got it? Now, hello, hello. Okay, you are seeing the screen. What I was telling is, whatever screen you are seeing, the same screen you have in SAP ECC also. There is no difference. The login, everything is same. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But what you have extra, what is mean by Fiori? We are talking about Fiori, right?
Yes,
You
sir.
have a Fiori. This is a web-based GUI. You feel like you are working as an accountant, or some work you are doing in a bank. That kind of feel you will get. You see, now I'll log into the web-based GUI. This is a traditional GUI, we call it as. Now I am going to the Fiori GUI. Following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I've logged into Google Chrome. I'm pasting the URL. I'm entering. Now you see the same SAP application look like different. So here also you need to give your username and password. Then click on log on. It will take you to the SAP application only. You see, by coming to here, if you have internet access and the Fiori is enabled in your tab, you can work from anywhere, right?
Yes, sir.
That is possible. See, this this is a traditional thing. This is what business needed. Got it?
Yes, sir.
This is a bold way of working. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So in Fiori, you have a many things. You have a boxes. You can basically you can view everything in a detailed view. Detailed view in a sense, if you are talking about a current month sales, if you're saying I have a sales in Andhra Pradesh, I have a sales in Telangana, I have 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs. If you're talking like that, so okay, who is concentrating more, who is looking at your screen, they'll understand easily, right?
Yes, sir.
If the same values you project in a analytical view in a sense, if you're projecting in a bar chart or a pie chart, let's say in a round circle, one color is for Andhra Pradesh, one color is for Karnataka, like this, the user attraction will be more, and it will be easy to understand, right? Compared to
Yes, sir.
that is called what I would say,
Analytic.
analytical and analytical apps. In Fiori, we have a three categories. Okay, in Fiori, there are three categories of Fiori applications. They are like what are this? Fiori analytical apps, fact sheets, and okay, analytical. Analytical. So basically, analytical in the sense it's a visualization only, right?
Yes, sir.
Visualization. And you have a fact sheet. Fact sheets also, let's say bar charts and no, pie charts. So boxes and other things, right?
Yes, sir.
Transactional apps. If you see here, so there are folders, right?
Yes, sir.
Some are used to post your business transactions. Let's say post a cash journal entries, manage a journal entries. If I click this, I'm in a Fiori, not in a traditional GUI, right?
Yes, sir.
You see here, now I can post the transactions with this app. This is a transactional app. We have called as one is a transactional app. Transactional apps are used for posting business transactions or a processing. Terms can be different, okay, but you need to understand what they are talking about. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go here and see how this transactional app is working. You see, this screen is to post some business transaction. What you want to post? Okay, how you want to post? Maybe you don't know, but you get to know once we started building this, right?
Yes, sir.
Next, analytical apps. We'll see. Let's go here. I don't know whether we have a data here or not. Let's go back. I'll show you how the bar charts will be look like. So I'll find an app. It's loading. Let's wait. Okay, it's loading. Next terminology you should understand is what is cloud. Everywhere you are listening cloud, cloud maybe. Nowadays everything is cloud. What is mean by cloud?
No, sir, I don't have any idea.
Cloud in a sense, they'll show some cloud pictures. There are the fancy advertisements also we see, right?
Yes, sir.
What is meant by cloud is it's an internet of things. If you have an internet, whatever you need, maybe it's flying on a sky in a clouds. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you just plug in internet and you can get that data easily, right?
Yes, sir.
You can monitor, you can operate from anywhere. These are also technical things, nothing to do with our FICO, nothing, right?
Yes, sir.
We are talking about technical things. We have not started at our subject. Okay,
Yes, sir.
why it's not opening? Okay, maybe it will process. Meantime, let's finish that. We'll come back here in a Fiori and we'll see these apps also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, we have not posted any transactions. We have not done any configuration. Obviously, we'll do data configuration. We process data. That time we'll see how to use the transactional apps. What are the transactional apps? Then what are the fact sheets? Fact sheets. How can be used? The fact sheets. High level information fact sheets will give. So management will understand easily. This is a high level information to the management. Basically, management don't want to see in detail sales, right? Out
Yes,
of
sir.
5 lakh sales, what is the product we sell, in which place we sell, which area we sell, which customer we sell. That and all I don't want. I want a high level information. Fact sheets will help. So analytical in a sense, visualization, right?
Yes, sir.
Analytical help to understand a report as we discussed. Rather seeing the numbers, if we see some analytical apps, we understand easily. That is what it is. Okay, on a fly, we'll play with these apps because obviously we need to work. Traditional GUI we have to work. This screen we have to work, and also we have to work on a Fiori screen. Both you have to work because you are a SAP S4 HANA consultant, not a ECC. In ECC, you don't have this Fiori. Remember,
Yes, sir.
Fiori web-based GUI only you have in a SAP S4 HANA, right?
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the SAP S4 HANA license in the market. SAP is selling two ways of licenses. One is on-premise, the second one is cloud. Now let's talk about what is on-premise, what is first we'll understand cloud. In cloud also there are two things. One is private cloud, the other one is public cloud. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So on-premise license in a sense. First you understand what is on-premise and let's understand what is cloud. So on-premise in a sense, let's say now we are in a 2023. We are just started 2023 year, right?
Yes, sir.
Till 2022, whatever solutions, whatever functionalities SAP build, they'll sell as a on-premise 2022. On-premise 2022. Now, if you go and if you want to buy SAP license for your business, if you want functionalities, whatever they built till 2022, if you are okay with that functionalities, you can buy a license, on-premise license. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you buy, maybe you are in 2023, maybe after 2 months, 3 months in 2023, they'll introduce few more functionalities, right?
Yes, sir.
They'll add more functionality to their SAP application, right? Not only
Yes,
FI,
sir.
not only CO, looking at ABAP, all modules. I am talking about overall application side. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But if you buy 2022 license, whatever they've done in 2023, you cannot access, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So there are two types of licenses. If you want your system every time updated, if SAP invented some functionalities, immediately if you want that functionality to your system, you have to buy a cloud license up to date. But this is more chargeable. Okay, if you compare with on-premise license, yeah, the cloud license is very high. Okay,
Yes,
why?
sir.
Because you no need to worry. Everything SAP takes care. Your SAP application every time up to dated. Okay, with their recent releases. But why I need to worry? Whatever functionalities I have in this current application is fit for my business. Okay,
Yes,
I
sir.
don't want cloud license. I'll buy on-premise license only. If I buy on-premise license, maybe 2020. Now I'm telling 2022. Maybe 2 years back, I buy the SAP on-premise license. Maybe I would have buy on-premise 2020, right?
Yes, sir.
In year 2020, I bought on-premise 2020. Okay, every year, remember every year one release. On-premise is every year one release. In a sense, whatever research and development they've done, that complete year, they'll release one on-premise. Now we are in 2023, we have a flexibility to buy 1809. From 1809, it has started. 1909, then 2020, 2021, 2022. So which functionalities are fine based on a selection. The version you select, you have to pay money to SAP. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So what is needed? They'll understand. Whoever buys the product, they'll compare, they'll check everything, and they'll go for a negotiation with the SAP. You no need to understand. You no need to worry. But conceptually, how the logic works, you need to understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is yearly release. Okay, every year one release will be there on premise. Let's say I buy 2020 on premise. Maybe now we are in 2023. We have in a market on premise 2022. If I want to upgrade my system to from a 2020 to 2022, again I need to contact SAP for the updation, my application updation. They'll not do simply, right? We have to
Yes,
pay
sir.
money. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Again, I need to pay money. Then my system will be updated to 2022 on premise. If I would have buy cloud license in 2020, I no need to worry, right?
Yes,
My
sir.
system will be up to date. It default has 2022 functionalities, right?
Yes, sir.
So on premise is yearly release. Cloud is a every quarter one release will be there. Quarterly. In a year, how many quarters we have?
Three.
Three.
Four, sir. 4 quarters we have.
Uh, each quarter it means consists of 3 months. Okay, 4 quarters is your year, right?
Yes, sir.
Cloud license will be every year 4 times they'll release. If you buy a cloud license, your system will be up to dated. You don't need to worry, but you have to pay more money. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so on premise is a yearly, right? 4 quarters equals to one on premise, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
4 quarters equal.
1 year, yearly one release, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now 2022 on-premise consists four cloud releases. They combined into one on-premise release and they'll sell it yearly package. That is okay.
Yes, sir.
But now we are in 2023. They'll start research and development. By March they'll release one cloud release, right?
Yes, sir.
And March, April, May, June they'll release one more. Likewise, by December they'll release four cloud releases in 2023. By end of by December, what SAP will do is they'll combine all four cloud releases. They make one final version as a on-premise. If anybody want on-premise, that that license consists of fixed functionalities. If you're buying on-premise, when you're buying on-premise, what is the functionality you have? That functionality only you have. Okay. If
Yes,
you
sir.
want more, again you have to update your system, right?
Yes, sir.
For that, you need to contact SAP and you have to pay money again, right?
Yes, sir.
But the cloud is up to dated. You no need to worry. Every time your system is with updated result. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, main thing is in on-premise, you have traditional GUI and Fiori. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So whatever system we are seeing here, this is the on-premise. This is the on-premise license. If it is a on-premise, you can access this screen. This we call it as a traditional GUI. Traditional GUI in ఎందుకంటామంటే we have this in your SAP ECC also, right?
Yes, sir.
Including this, you have a latest Fiori screen, which is in SAP S/4HANA. You can access both the screens for your work. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But if you go by a cloud license, if you go by a cloud, only Fiori, no traditional GUI. What does it mean?
Like it has only SAP S4 HANA. It doesn't have anything related to ECC.
No. If a client buy S4 HANA cloud license, he don't have this screen. He'll not have this screen. He cannot have this kind of screen. He has to work everything on a web based. This screen only. Got it?
Yes, sir.
That is the main difference. One second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is a big difference, but we'll talk a lot. Okay, this is not done yet. We'll revisit these things because we have not thoroughly completed this Fiori thing, and we are in little hurry. I would say maybe you have to leave, right?
Yes, sir. It's already 8.
That is the reason. Even I don't want to touch upon. Let's continue from here tomorrow. Again, we'll touch upon this, and let's jump on. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So